Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Today we would like to present on paper regarding conceptual paper on the factors influence organization decision to adopt a solar energy in Penang. Me myself, Manan bin Rahman, my friends Norsalizawati, Hashmawi, Muhammad Zulfazli, Muhammad Yusuf, and our beloved lecturer Dr. Samsudin Wahab. We are from UiTM Bukit Tajam, Pulau Pinang.
As for the introduction, let us see the energy industry in Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have recorded total carbon emission of 8,000 gigagram greenhouse gas in 2011, with the energy industries recorded 55% contribution to the carbon emission, followed by transportation, which is of 21%. Conventional electricity supply in Malaysia is heavily dependent on fossil fuels, which is mainly came from natural gas and coal resources. Therefore, there is a need to shift to renewable energy source in order to help Malaysian government to reduce carbon emission from the energy sectors. Malaysia has set their renewable energy target, which is Malaysia has committed to achieve 31% of energy from renewable resources by 2025 and another 40% by 2040. As for the record, in 2019, Malaysia has managed to achieve 2% of capacity mix from renewable energy. We see there is a huge gap to achieve 31% by 2025. Therefore, we need to drive the energy transition effort in order to help Malaysia achieve the RE target. If we look at current Malaysian energy consumption, 71% of electricity consumption in Peninsular Malaysia comes from commercial and manufacturing sector. This was recorded in the year 2020. Therefore, adoption of RE, focusing on solar from commercial and industrial sector, will help to accelerate Malaysia to achieve target of 31% RE by 2025, and also helping consumers to contribute to mitigating climate change. Adoption of solar energy by the organization in this study we consider as one of the green purchasing decision. This is showing that Penang economic outlook in terms of GDP. For the record in 2020, manufacturing sectors recorded a positive growth of 2.8%, while the other sectors' overall GDP experienced drop in the year 2020 because of COVID-19. Therefore, we see that manufacturing sector has a minor impact on the COVID-19 in Penang. And being the state in Penang is the second largest manufacturing state in Malaysia, and the manufacturing sectors contributed to 45% of Penang total GDP, which is amounting of 41.7 billion ringgit Malaysia. Apart from that, apart from Malaysian initiative, the Penang state itself has their own roadmap to foster the renewable energy initiative. Penang 2030 roadmap has developed the state vision to be a family-focused, green and smart state to inspire the nation. And in Penang 2030 roadmap, there are four main themes, and the fourth theme, which is theme D, related to the implementation of a green journey. One of the key initiatives in Theme D in Penang 2030 roadmap is about investing in renewable energy. Therefore, we see this study is aligned with the state government initiative in developing Penang as a green and smart state. This record shows that Penang has the solar energy potential. Malaysia is located in the equatorial regions, which means that solar energy has the greatest potential of any renewable energy source. From Energy Commission record, we see that two of the main cities in Penang have the highest potential of solar power generation in Peninsular Malaysia, which is Bayan Lepas and also Georgetown, as compared to Johor Bahru and KL in Peninsula. Because of that reason, the objective of our study is to identify the most prominent factors influencing the adoption of solar energy by commercial and industrial organizations in Penang. We have read through a lot of scholars and studies about the factors influencing the adoption of green or solar initiative by consumer, and we found that the three most prominent factors influencing the adoption of solar, one of it is about the pricing. 60% of consumers are willing to pay a premium for environmentally friendly products based on the study from Grunet and Christensen in 1992. Green consumer have low price sensitivity when compared to non-green consumer, uh, based on the studies by Rose and Nairut in 2008. And the study from Gamerson in 2008 also conclude that price and cost savings are intimately linked to any purchase process. And price is a significant element that may cause consumer to avoid purchasing green items, even for an environmentally conscious consumer. This was based on the study conducted by PAT in 2001. Another studies also support the price as one of the influencing factor, where the perceived cost and maintenance is one of the strongest factor influencing the adoption of solar, based on the studies by Zai and William in 2012 and Vesio and Cam in 2015. Studies by Sharaf, MA and Perumal in 2018 also conclude that price has a strong impact among Malaysian consumers' behavior towards green purchasing. And recent study by Ibrahim conclude that green purchase intention among Malaysian consumer is influenced by the price. The second factors that influence the solar adoption by consumer is about the environmental concerns. A few studies that we have read through found that studies in Nigeria shows that the environmental benefit that consumers receive when they adopt RE have the greatest influence on their adoption of renewable energy, based on the study by Edu in 2014. And there are positive correlation were also discovered between young Hong Kong consumers' green purchasing habit on environmental concern. This was the study concluded by Lee in 2010, and studies by Kumar in 2019 concludes that customers' attitudes towards solar energy product are not significantly influenced by environmental concerns in their study of customers' attitudes towards solar energy product in India. And environmental concern had no positive relationship with purchase intention by Malaysian consumer, based on the study by Nick Abdul Aziz in 2017. Studies by Irfan in 2020 found that environmental concern and belief in the benefits of RE had a neutral effects in Pakistan. And Bang in 2000 conclude that environmental concern has moderate effect on people's willingness to pay extra for renewable energy. Based on the mixture findings by the research, some has pros and cons towards the environmental concern as the influence factor. So we would like to investigate further how these factors might influence Penang's consumer towards the adoption of solar energy. The third factor that we wanted to study is about the knowledge. 3 studies has been identified this variable significantly based on Dias, Rainey and Ashton in 2008, Arkestigen and Orlemans 2005 and Ozaki in 2011. Prior knowledge or exposure to the product influences consumer information search and processing behavior based on the study by Pillai and Hoffackers in 2007. Knowledge about the technology will influence the willingness of adoption behavior, according to the study by S.R. Shakil and A. Rajala in 2020. And one of the barriers of a society's adoption of green energy is when residents are unwilling to install PV system until they receive more information, based on the study by Zai and Williams in 2012. Study in Poland indicates that solar energy knowledge will boost the perceived economic benefits of installing the solar panel as source of energy, based on the study by Angowski in 2021. One of the reasons for the low adoption of solar water heating system in Malaysia is a lack of understanding of the product and its benefits to the consumer, based on study by Lee in 2011. And study in Saudi Arabia found that consumer knowledge influenced solar energy utilization among the residential solar PV system. This was from the study by Ashut and Tokimatsu in 2019. Therefore, based on the previous studies, we came out with the proposed framework to further enhance our study, which, as shown in the slide, we conclude that there are 3 factors influencing solar energy adoption by organization in Penang. The first one is price, second one is environmental concern, and the third one is knowledge, which will influence the adoption of solar energy by organization in Penang. As for discussion and conclusion, the framework that we have shown previously will be used as our basis for the study, and the sampling that we going to use is for the across the commercial and industrial sectors in Penang. And the findings of the study are valuable for solar providers and solar investors who may use the consumer behaviors insight gathered from our study to formulate effective marketing plans, and also to develop strategies to flourish renewable energy in Malaysia, and hence helping Malaysia to achieve the RE target 31% by 2025. With that, I conclude my presentation and thank you very much.